Penn State came back, played from behind, what they're not designed to do. And I think we talked about it too. We might have talked about it in our preview. A team that's not really designed to come from behind. And guess what? They did it. USC once again blew another close game. It's been a tough year for USC. You had the big win against LSU, but then after that, it's kind of been sledding downhill from there. Just one possession game after one possession game, you are dropping.
You'd almost rather switch that LSU game as a loss with like a Penn State or Minnesota with a win, because I do think that win inflated expectations and like severely increased what we thought of USC and their chances. And I fell victim to that too, absolutely. But also, they've lost 3 really close games. This is a team that lost a lot from last year. This is a team that is changing who they are defensively and identity-wise. There's going to be growing pains, and you're seeing that in the margins and just a little bit here and there. Now, this game, absolutely winnable, right? There is no reason you should give up 24 points in the second half to Penn State at home while you are up and playing well. You ran the ball well, right? Almost, 7 yards per carry, almost 8 yards per carry. Now, Tyler Warren was a monster, and he made big-time catches. We saw that.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
He was
and so that just happens. And that's major college football. Like, some players are just going to make plays, and you're going to lose games because of that. Now, however, for USC, would a guy like Eric Gentry be able to maybe help cover a guy like Tyler Warren? Would he have been a big difference in this game? I don't know, but I do think he could have helped potentially. But if you told me that Penn State's running backs are going to run for well under 100 yards, Miller Moss is going to play efficient football, you're going to run for almost 7-8 yards per carry, yeah, I would have felt really good about USC. There's a lot of ways to lose this game. That would not have been one that I thought. Drew Lar, 30 for 43, 391, 2 touchdowns, and overcoming 3 interceptions. Yeah, what can you say? At James Franklin, we talked about him in big games, struggling to win these games. This was huge for him. I know USC, it hurts because you're at home. It hurts because the last couple of weeks. I get that. But I do think Penn State may be a little bit more desperate for this win than James Franklin, if that makes sense.
No, I agree. 100%. It's, dude, before people think I'm an idiot, all right, I also had a Rondé Gadsden, okay? I last second swapped Rondé Gadsden for Tyler Warren and lost my college fantasy football game for it.
No best ball?
It's not best ball, so that hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. Yeah, he is
45 fantasy points.
37. Half PPR.
Half PPR. Gotcha.
So, yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. So considering Rondé Gadsden, well, okay, gained 10 points. For tight end in college football, it's not bad. But man.
It's a pretty good stack you have there with Gadsden and Warren.
No, it's a great stack that I have there. I mean, I think everyone else is kind of like fishing for tight ends, and I'm like, who do I start? It's like, what do I do with this? I think I just got to go with Warren moving forward. He's just been way more efficient than. But they both have buys next week. So sad.
Someone didn't check the bye week when they were drafting.
So sad. Well, I also have Lake McCree for USC, but he's hurt.
So, ooh, that was a good pick. By the way, that's a good pick.
Okay, not to get into this. All right, fantasy football stuff. What's the pulse of the USC fan base right now in regards to Lincoln Riley? What are these fans thinking?
To be honest, I don't know. There's been so much cry from Tuscaloosa that I haven't even heard about Lincoln Riley too much. I don't know. And I think as a guy outside of that program and coming in from 10,000-foot view, right, I think it is patience. I think there are signs of things coming together. I think there are things that he's doing that he did not do early in his career at Oklahoma nor at USC that he's doing here. It's going to take a while. By the way, look at Ryan Day. Look at his record against top 5 football teams, right? Not very good. And they're also their top 5 teams. Like Penn State was number 4. This is a very good football team. They played really well. They had a 5-star quarterback, Drew Lar, that made big-time throws. They had Tyler Warren top 60 NFL pick, put on a show. So like that happens. You were up big. You had a chance to win that game. Not up big. You're up 14 points. I don't know. I'm not ready to sell on Lincoln Riley at all yet. I do think high school recruiting has to get a little bit better. I do think their schedule right now is a ton of winnable football games. But here's the deal. If you're traveling across country to Maryland, you're traveling across country, right? I guess not really across country, but way up north to Washington. Like there's a couple more games where you got to go and see how that fatigue gets there. But you should end your season pretty damn hot, right? 8 wins should be where you're at least.
Yep.
And I think if you told, by the way, their over and win total was 7.5. So they're going to be hovering right around that 7, 8, 9 win mark there. Let's kind of step back. I think that LSU game really put too crazy expectations, and myself included, I'm at fault for that, on this USC team. They lost a couple close games against physical football teams, resilient football teams. What can you do?
What can you do?
Now, by the way, you're USC. Like you should be able to. What you can do is recruit better, have better talent. Be able to finish those football games. It's exactly what you can do. My point is, it's like they're not getting blown out. There's not like crazy culture issue. There's not like these obvious issues on one side of the football. It's just they're getting better and better. They're gonna figure it out. It's not gonna take overnight. That's just gonna boom flip. And every week you're gonna play this elite brand of football that we saw maybe in week 1. Yeah,